Hi, Reverend Paula Zabkar here from Spiritual Soul Center. I pulled a book off my shelf that we've done a book study on during COVID. It is called Stephen Cope's book called The Great Work of Your Life. And this is what I want to remind you about or share with you today. Here's a quote from his book. We are all not called to everything. We are not called to everything. We are just called to what we're called for. We are just called to what we're called to. You know, sometimes I think we have this big idea, like we haven't found the thing that is going to make us famous, that's going to make us noticed, that's going to put this big dent on the world, this big impact that we want, because we think it needs to be this big thing. And what we don't do then is to listen from the inside for whatever that thing is, and whatever that calling is. Like, that's it. That's it. We don't have to put it in the context of the world. You know, there's this whole world structure of what we should do and what we should have by this time and this timeline of things, of our accomplishments. And it's all made up. It's all in the structure of the world. What Cope talks about in this book and what he's talking about here is the calling of the soul. The calling from the inside, the reason you were born. And that reason doesn't have to fit into the structure of the world as it relates to success. It just doesn't have to be. And in fact, we won't be satisfied, we won't be grounded and happy with ourselves unless we know what that is in each moment. Here's another thing he says. We cannot achieve greatness unless we lose all interest in being great. In fact, this is a quote from Thomas Merton. For our own idea of greatness is illusory. And if we pay too much attention to it, we will be lured out of the peace and stability of the being that God gave us and seek to live in a myth we have created for ourselves. It is therefore a very great thing to be little, which is to say, to be ourselves. So this is an invitation, still in this new year, in January of 2023. An invitation to simply be yourself. Until next time.